Roosters. How many roosters is too many roosters in your flock? Let's talk about it. First of all, why do you even want a rooster? Well, a rooster, if you don't know, it just means a male chicken. So roosters do not lay any eggs. They don't have anything to do with how many or how few eggs your hens lay. They simply are a male chicken. And the hen then is the female chicken. The main benefit of having a rooster is that a rooster can make love to your hens, and the eggs that result from that lovemaking are fertile. They have the ability to hatch. You can eat fertilized eggs and you will have no idea, because there's no difference in eating a fertilized egg versus an unfertilized egg. In order to actually, develop an embryo and become a baby chicken, there's a whole lengthy process where the egg has to be at a certain temperature and humidity for a certain number of days. Basically, just having a rooster fertilizing your eggs is not going to have any effect on the quality of your eggs. It just means that if you want to hatch some baby chicks, either in an incubator or by letting your hen sit on some eggs, you can if they're fertilized by your rooster. A lot of folks will say that roosters want to protect the flock, and that certainly seems to be true in our flock, but there's a very big limit to how much a rooster can do against predators. A rooster's not going to attack and kill a coyote, for example. But they can offer some level of protection to your hens. They try to be alert for danger to protect their ladies. They try to show their ladies where they find good food sources and this sort of thing. They try to look after the flock, generally. But how many of them is too many? The conventional wisdom is that you want to have one rooster to 8 to 10 hens, and anything less than that can cause issues. Anything more than that, and you may not be getting good fertilization on all of your eggs. That's the conventional wisdom anyway. We have gone way outside of that bound in our personal flock, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about what happened in the little bit of video we have left here. And like with most things, there's a longer version of this on the YouTube channel if you're interested. We wanted to aim for roughly that amount of roosters to chickens, but we started having really severe predator issues with raccoons. We were losing roosters and hens left and right before we got our electric fence, so we decided to keep a few extra roosters just in case. Well, then we got an electric fence and those issues with the raccoons disappeared. We wound up with way too many roosters. So for a time, we actually had 6 roosters and 21 hens, so our ratio was way out of whack. But things weren't really that dramatic in the flock. Now, when you stray outside of those bounds, the main thing you want to watch out for is aggression. If the rooster is attacking people or children, if the roosters are attacking other roosters, or if the roosters are being too aggressive with the hens, that can be a serious problem. We watched our roosters closely, and for several months there was really no issues. There was a little bit of too much pressure on the hens from having that many roosters. The hens were a little bit stressed out, but we had no rooster on rooster aggression, no rooster on people aggression. I think a lot of that is because our chickens have a lot of space to run around. They don't really feel trapped in there with each other. There's room for them to escape if a conflict arises, and also we've raised them all together from a very young age. We handle them a lot. That said, we did just process a few roosters over the weekend, which comes to the question of what do you do if you have too many roosters? You can process them and put them in the freezer. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can try to give them away. Or if you can't give them away, because sometimes it's tricky to give roosters away, you can create a bachelor flock.